Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and as you see by the title, you probably already know what's going on, but let me still just let you know, okay? Let me still let you know. So I know this is quarantine time. We're probably so bored. We looking at our TV like, damn bro, is there nothing interesting? Like what? But I have a list for you. I have an anime list. If you guys, you don't even have to be into anime. Maybe you could like maybe want to get into it. Just this is just a little push. Just a little push, just to tell you about some shows and to let you know what goes on in them. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so for the first one on our list, the first one is Fate Stay Night. So maybe if you're an anime watcher, you have heard about this, the whole Fate series, the whole complex universe in my opinion. But I love that series so much. Now with Fate Stay Night, there's 7 classes. There's Saber, Lancer, Rider, Archer, Caster, Berserker, and Assassin. Seven. I don't know why I still had these fingers though. But yes, there are 7 classes, and they're servants to masters. And these masters are selected by, their power, that their family has the power for it. So, it kind of goes with that. I hope that kind of makes sense. But they all have to summon their servant so they could fight, or else you're going to die, because they're fighting to the death. Like, they're fighting to get the Holy Grail, which is supposed to give a wish. Supposedly. You have to watch to find out to see what happens. But I selected Fate Stay Night because there's other Fate series as well, but Fate Stay Night is the best for people in, my age range, like younger, like in high school type junk. Maybe middle school too. Go off. Like, I just wanted to say that. And for Fate Zero, I'll put that in here. I'll put it in. I would say it's more for the older people because it's more complex. There's no like kiddie-ish. Like in Fate Stay Night, there's like joking and like it lightens the mood. For Fate Zero, they're serious. They go like they're serious. Like they don't play. So yeah, but it deals with the same concept because it's fate. 7 servants, 7 masters. Like yeah. For Death Note, you are sleeping. Like you are sleeping if you haven't heard of this before, which I'm pretty sure you have, which I'm not gonna get too much into it, but it's basically a notebook that was on the floor, and a guy saw it, he picked it up, he was like, bet. A demon is in charge of that book, and he picked up the book, so the demon attaches to him and basically explains to him what is going on, and he uses his death note to his advantage. Bad. Very bad. Like, he thinks he's doing something good, but he's really not. Like, because in this death note, if you write down someone's name first and last, they die. Like, so he's trying to use this as his advantage, but hey man, like, chill out. Okay, for the next one, I recently watched this one and I enjoyed it so much. Like, I've never finished the series so fast. Like, oh my gosh. Had me like eyes glued. Like sometimes when I watch anime, I distract myself and I try to like get back in, but this one I was like, hell no, you're not distracting me today. You're not distracting me while watching this one. No. But this one is called Danganronpa. And if you've heard of it, it's, what I'm talking about. Like, bro, this is an anime based off of a gameplay. I always find myself to stick to those type of animes. I don't know why, but I just do. But it's, oh my gosh, my voice. It's because I just woke up, guys. Nothing is helping my voice. Oh my gosh, I made it worse. Okay, I got it. Kind of. Okay, so we have Danganronpa, and this is actually originated from a gameplay series, but they decided to turn it into an anime, which I'm very grateful for because I don't got no console, I don't got nothing like that, so I can't play the game. If I did, most def I would, because let me tell you, So these 15 students, they are stuck in a school, like no, like they're locked out, like, and they don't know what's going on. They just wake up out of nowhere and then boom, like they're just there. There's 15 students, and all these students have a special asset to themselves, which is why they got put inside the school in the first place. And then the principal walks up and he's like, hey, for you to leave this facility, you gotta commit a murder without getting caught. What? You say what? Like, it's not like to some random person, it's to themselves, like to each other. Like, what? Huh? So crazy. I don't want to say anything to spoil it, but I really love this anime because it's very interactive. It feels like you're solving the things with them. Oh, I didn't even get into that part. Okay, so once they commit a murder, they go into investigation mode. They have a limited time to investigate, and they also have trial. And the trial is when they either point out the murder or pick on someone innocent. If the murder gets caught, he gets a death sentence, you know, like he dies. And if they pick on someone innocent and it's not the murder, then everyone but the murderer lives because, you know, he got away with it, so he's able to escape onto freedom. I really enjoyed this series because it was so interactive. I felt like I was investigating with them and I was in the trials with them. I was like speaking to them. I was like, Naegi, I could have sworn like like, you know, and I was like, no, it's him, no, it's that person. Like, so yeah, it's very fun. I really enjoy that anime series and I highly suggest. Next one is Cautious Hero. Cautious Hero, bro. Okay, that one was kind of unexpected because it is kind of like sexualized, which, you know, I was like, why not? Like, and I pressed on it, and it's like very quirky, like very like fun. Like, it's basically that a hero from Earth, he's not necessarily like a hero, but he's like, he has the assets to be a hero. He's chosen, he's summoned by a goddess, and he's selected to actually save another world. And he has to get all his levels up, like all of his abilities, everything, so he's able to fight the demon lords of this world so he can save it. But yeah, it's super cool, super good. Like, the last 2 episodes will have you like, wow, like what? You know, so highly suggested. Next one is God Eater. This one also goes with a gameplay as well. The gameplay was made first and then turned into an anime. So with this one, it's very simple. You could tell it was gameplay made, like, because you're fighting people, like duh. Like, okay, so there's an organization called Fenrir, and they basically make teams, and these teams fight the creatures that have taken over the planet, and they're trying to take back the planet, you feel me? But the thing is, to get into Fenrir, you have to have like blood. You have to take a blood test to see if you're qualified. And it's so sad because some people get left behind, like they just leave them out in the wild. It's crazy, it's crazy, but it's a really good one. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect it to be that good. I don't know, it just like, it drew me in. Like, so the next one is The Future Diary. So, you know, it's kind of like self-explanatory, but not really. Like, it doesn't give enough. So with The Future Diary, it's a game of survival between 12 contestants, and each of these contestants, before even getting into the whole like competition, they wrote diaries on whatever thing they had. And in these diaries, of course, they tell the future because they write out what has happened throughout the day in the diaries, because that's what a diary is. And they use these diaries to their advantage. They always tell them the future, they always tell them what happens ahead of time, and they use it to their advantage to kill the other contestants. And that's just basically how it is. Last one standing becomes a god. Yeah, so, and the last few episodes will have you just, oh my gosh, like, it's crazy, man. People are crazy. Anyways, move on. The next one is Code Geass. This one is my all-time favorite of all-time anime. Yes, I had to say all-time twice because it's that good. So with Code Geass, it's this guy named Lelouch. I love his name, Lelouch. Like, I love saying it, Lelouch. Okay, so Lelouch, he's half Britannian and half Japanese. And Britannia is another country that took over Japan, and they are now labeled as 11s. And Lelouch, him being half Britannian, he's able to go to a Britannian school. So he's under the protection of one of the administrators. So he's fine, he's cool, he's chilling. Him and his sister are. But they are royalty. Keep that in mind. So what Lelouch wants to do, because Britannia is going crazy, like they're killing all the 11s. For what reason? Just they don't like them, basically. Like, that's how I feel. And Lelouch wants to stand up against them. So what he does just that, and he gains the power of the Geass. And with this, he's able to take over Britannia. So you have to see how it all plays out. It's amazing. Like, it's just a work of art. And then the ending, bro, the ending. I love me some anime with a good ending. Like, yo, if you could end the anime series right, that's all I need. That's all I need. It could be trash. End it right with the right ending. Oh my gosh. But it's really good. It's really good. It's not trash. Just know that. Like, that's why it's my number one. It's my favorite. Another good one that's kind of both thriller and soft and mystery, mainly mystery too, because you know, you could, like, again, interactive, you could like figure this out with the person. So it's called Erased. Erased is a guy, he has to go back in time. Well, let me elaborate. So he has this special power, like it's out of nowhere, like he can't even explain it himself. But let's just say he's doing something, and then boom, he gets put back like a couple minutes, and he's like, and he already knows he has to find something that's going wrong. So he's looking around, he's searching, he sees what's going on wrong, and he has to avoid it. So usually it only sends him like 2 minutes back, but then an event happens and he literally gets sent back to elementary school. This dude is like 20, like in his 20s, bro. Like, what? Can you imagine being put back that far? You wouldn't even know what to do, in all honesty. But yeah, so he's put back in time to fix something that happened, something that went wrong. And it's just it's all in all just an amazing thing. It's amazing. I can't stress that enough. Okay, so a good one is Violet Evergarden. And this one is also kind of on the soft side. It is on the soft side, bro. Like, yo, it's this girl. She was basically raised to be a machine. She is a tool for the army, and that's all she knows. So once the army is finished, she's like, huh? What? So what? Like, she is not prepared for that. She doesn't know anything about living a normal human being life. So she tries her best, and in the war though, she lost both of her hands, so it's difficult for her to type, but she begins like being a typewriter, and with that she learns about other people's stories, and also we go through her story as well, and it's just very beautiful and very happy. I want to end it off on a good one because this one is really good and heartwarming. I'm about to watch it now, if anything. Yeah, yo, I'm so serious. Like, it's a really good show. Like, it's so good. It just makes me so happy. It kind of relates to love, but you know, it's good. It's good. It relates to love. It relates to family, friends. You know, it's just so good. I can't. But yeah, so those are 10 animes. 10 animes that you guys should check out, and if you have already, I'm sorry. Maybe this was fun to watch. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Deuces.